It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm. Coming up on today's action-packed show, a biting rampage. A biting rampage. Also, what happens in Florida when you go from suck to blow, and how to avoid the explosive diarrhea strain. That's all probably coming up inside the Treehouse Show today. Before we get started on any of those, the first thing I need to share with you, and I need to share with my good buddy Trey, is, do you like my haircut?
I do. It looks very very clean. Clean lines.
Yeah, it's
sharp,
properly faded, and I'm glad you brought that up. The sharp aspect. Is it just me, or do I look a little Puerto Rican?
I do not feel like you look Puerto Rican.
Because I feel like it, because like when he did the clippers, he got really he really manicured along that side front. I don't even know what this is called. It's like the area above, like directly above your sideburn, where your hair stops and your forehead starts, kind of thing.
It's your hairline.
The temple, yeah. Well, he got his super clippers in there, and he manicured it very finely, and he actually narrowed the space a little bit, and then he narrowed my sideburns in such a fashion where I was like, hold up there, cowboy. I am not used to a professional haircut. Okay. In recent years, I have gone towards sort of a DIY haircut situation.
Are you Floby it?
I wish, man, if Ron Popeil could bring back that Floby. Okay. If someone could bring back Ron Popeil to then give me an updated version of the Floby, I would be all over that.
Is the Floby not still around?
You know what? I need to check. I need to check Amazon to see if it's still there. I mean, if you just want like an all-around even cut, I guess the Floby is a good option. I've never used one, but I have like different lengths of things. I need like layers and fades and such.
So in 25 years of friendship, this is a conversation we've never had. All right. So when you get a haircut, is it all clippers or do they use scissors?
It's mostly clippers, especially when I do it.
Like, so, can you go to a black barber?
I assume I'm allowed. I mean,
well, no, I'm just saying, like,
if they turned me away for being white, I really couldn't be too mad, because I probably have it coming as far as my race is concerned.
No, it's not that. It's like, but that's a lot of clipper and lines. I mean, which, you have a very clean cut right now.
I am right there. I got the Latin style.
Okay.
So I went to the barber, and like I said, during COVID, when all the barbershops and haircut places were all shut down, I experimented a couple of times, did my own hair, and it didn't go very well. But since that time, I mean, that's been like 5 years.
6.
And so I've decided to try a little bit on my own on occasion, because I need my haircut like every 3 weeks, because it grows like the Amazon. So I try to space out when I get a professional haircut, right? And then I've just kind of gotten into the routine of just doing it myself. And it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Like Tara has to kind of clean up what I mess up, but it's passable. It's fine.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. Now I notice that, your haircut isn't as clean and sharp, or hasn't been, since you've said you just got a professional cut, and I look at it now. So,
you're now noticing the hatchet job I've been giving myself. You just didn't realize it until I got a pro job.
Yes.
Thanks for noticing. You probably wouldn't have had I just said nothing, but here we are. I needed to share this with you, because I really did. Like, it's really manicured. Like, it's hard to tell from where you're sitting and to see it. But like when I got home, I was like, oh my goodness, that's
I honestly would have just assumed that you just get a better haircut in the States than you had been in the islands.
There are good barbers there, and there's a girl that that Tara goes to for her hair, and she'll occasionally do mine. I just haven't done it in a long time because I'm like, this is $50 that I could save and just do it myself. The eye-opening thing today at the barber was my $50 island haircut where I live is now a bargain, because the place I went to today in Nyack, New York, just the haircut was $42. As I'm looking at the menu of services, it just goes up from there. Now, if I just wanted a clipper only cut, one length, that would have been like 25 or 30 something bucks. But, you know, with layers, it's 42. 42 is a basic haircut. That's where you're starting. If you want a beard trim, that was like another 15 or 20 bucks. If you wanted a clean shave, that was going to be something astronomical. If you wanted a shampoo, that was like another 10, 15, 20 bucks.
I mean,
so if I wanted what I would normally get at the barber, a haircut, clean up my facial hair a little bit, and a shampoo to rinse it all out, I would have been looking at like $100 out the door. And I said, you know what? Just a haircut, thanks.
No, and I don't. This is going to come off really dicky, and I don't mean it to. But how the fuck is your haircut more expensive than mine?
Location. That's my guess. I mean, it had to have been the place.
Listen, I have. If you want to talk about the only functional long-term relationships I have are with my stylist. I mean, Vince, he and I were together for 20 plus years, and then he died, and then I've been with Preston for, going on 10 years now, I guess. Yeah, 10 years. So those are my only functional long-term relationships.
Is your hairstylists who happen to be men.
Okay. And,
hey, you know what? As long as you're happy, buddy, I'm here to support you in whatever way I can.
Listen.
As long as you're happy. I get that. So well before I ventured off into making the attempts of cutting my own hair, I had my Treva. And I still have Treva. She is, like you, Trey, one of my longest running relationships in my life. The people that I have known the longest and am still in contact with in a positive way. Family, my buddy Brian, met when we were 12. Treva, my barber, since the age of like 15. I started going to her at Heflin's. I think it was Heflin's hair place, Heflin's barbershop on Fielder in Arlington when I was 15. I am now 46 years old. I had to think about it. I've been going to her since I was 15. There are not many other people that have cut my hair since then. She's now got like her own little place in a salon suite in Pantego. So like if I wanted my hair cut, I'm driving from Dallas to Pantego, risking speeding tickets like you wouldn't believe because it's Pantego and they don't mess around. You come down that hill, they are waiting. So anyway, and going to Treva for that many years, I think I'm grandfathered in at like $14. I think my first haircut with her was like $12. Her rates have gone up some in line with, cost of living increases and things, but I still think a normal haircut for her at her place is like $20-25. And that includes the straight razor neck shave, a little trim here and there. Yeah.
I mean, a barbershop shave is a wonderful experience when they really, especially if they do it old school with the hot towels and a straight razor.
Mm-hmm. And this place would have done that. They had all the stuff for it, but I didn't want to spend another $50 for that.
I honestly, I just hand Preston $60, and I probably should ask him if I need to up that because I've been doing the same price. I think the haircuts are 40, 45, and so I just hand him 60. I don't know. I really probably should ask him if he's gone up, and I need to up my.
When did you start going to see him?
I said like 10 years ago, and at one point I went from 50 to 60, and then I haven't. And actually, I've known Preston long enough, and we're friends. He would actually tell me, just go, "Hey, it's gone up."
As he's just pointing to his empty palm. Give me the cash. Tariffs. Inflation, whatever it is. Give me the cash. Yeah, so I have not seen stateside barber prices. And where I'm staying right now, there are a lot of barber shops. The only thing is this was the only one that was actually open. The other one wasn't open until like 11. One was closed today. I was like, can you get me in? Give me a haircut. That's it. But I assume because there's so many, they're all probably commensurately priced. But yeah, once you start throwing in all the additional services plus a tip, man, it's going to be $100. Screw that.
Well, it looks very nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Still like if you could see it up close, you'd be like, yeah, that's kind of weird looking. Like it's almost Vulcan-ish right around that little spot right there. First world problems, I know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, enough about me. How are you today? You look a little sleepy.
I'm tired.
Why are you so tired, Trey?
Well, I have been doing really well at being very disciplined about watching an episode of TV, turning it off, going to bed.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, and I think part of it, like, so I already had one person, used to be two, one person had 5 pillows on my bed. Okay. I got a new duvet cover, which came with some decorative pillow shams. So I bought 2 more pillows. Now I have 7 pillows on my bed. And it's very comfortable. And so at some point I've started now falling asleep. Here's a picture. So,
is this your actual bedroom?
Uh-huh.
Ooh la la.
So,
all right, folks, it's happening. Trey's giving us a tour of the new bachelor pad. So this is the portion of MTV Cribs where we say, this is where the disappointment happens.
This is where the loneliness takes place.
This is where Trey masturbates feverishly.
And
which rule, if you can't love yourself, who can you love?
So I used to like space. I take medication to sleep, and so I used to space it out. Now I try to be at the latest asleep, not in bed, asleep by midnight.
Okay.
I try to be up around 6 a.m. But I've the last couple nights, since I got the extra pillows, and I've been falling asleep again while watching TV, and you don't sleep well when you do that. Mm-mm. I don't know even how long. I'm not even sure what time I woke up, turned everything off, but I was in a big pile of pillows, and then I woke up, realized the TV was still on. Only way I actually really know how long I was there is I'll have to go back and see, because I generally will flip on the Big Bang Theory as something I at the end of the night, makes me laugh, and just turn it off, go to bed. Seen all the episodes, not missing anything. There's no like, oh my God, I got to see this next.
It's comfortable. It's soothing.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
And then but like, I'll have to go back and see, how many episodes, where did I turn it off? Did I sleep through, 6 episodes, 8, 4? I don't know. But whatever it was, when you just don't get any quality sleep. So I slept like crap, and I'm tired as hell. And
understood.
Still got up, jogged 3 miles this morning, and yeah, I'm trying to do the 2-a-day thing.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. That works out, especially if you have time. When you're single, that's a great thing to do. wake up in the morning, go outside, do some cardio thing, and then in the evening maybe do some weights. Yeah, 2-a-days is great. Then if you find somebody, you get in a relationship, then you have to knock that down because you guys spend time. Um, but when you're single, that's a good schedule to keep. Yeah. Keeps you out of trouble too. And I understand being tired. That's how I was yesterday. I was upfront and honest with you about that. Yesterday, I was running on caffeine and hope, and I got through. And I'll get you through to this today, buddy. I got you. So you drag all the ass you need. I will pick it up and carry it for you. And
well, I'm now on my fourth coffee. So,
ooh. And speaking of dragging ass, here's a segue. We are doing everything we can to avoid the explosive diarrhea strain that is spreading the nation, that is spreading around the nation. And we have noticed, thanks to news reports, that 3 of the hottest hotbeds for the explosive diarrhea strain are Texas, New York. So you're in Texas, so you're in third place. New York is number 2, where we currently are. Number 1, last I checked, is Michigan, which is where we're going in a couple of days. So we seem to be chasing the explosive diarrhea strain around the nation. We'll eventually end up in Texas. I'm hoping that strain is gone by the time we get there. But as it is, we are really playing with some butt fire. We're avoiding produce, fresh produce, and trying to do everything we can to avoid the explosive diarrhea strain, with the exception of being in or going to be in 2 of the areas that are most affected. So, oh God, this sucks.
And it's weird.
I just don't want to get that.
I mean, I don't think anyone does. And it's weird they have not figured out the source. Usually when they have these kind of outbreaks, they're pretty good about figuring out, because usually, I mean, it's a lettuce or something that they can trace back to a farm and or a processor or whatever. Right. They don't seem to have a clue on this one.
So you say that you don't think anyone wants to get this, but you should tell that to the guy in front of me at the store yesterday who was getting all the things you're not supposed to be eating right now. Unless he's going to cook that stuff to the proper temperature, that dude's in trouble. He was getting a bunch of fresh strawberries and like 2 heads of lettuce. And I was like, oh man, he's got a death wish. Because it's the fresh produce you have to look out for. Lettuce is one of the main culprits, according to a story I looked up right before we hit record. According to a Fox affiliate, lettuce appears to be the likely source of the parasitic illness that has sickened thousands of people in recent weeks, including hundreds in Ohio. And that's according to Michigan health officials. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services said on Monday that while investigators have not ruled out other fruits and vegetables, lettuce or salad greens appear to be the most likely culprit in the outbreak of cyclosporiasis, if I'm saying it properly. The explosive diarrhea. Mm-hmm. Unlike typical food poisoning, symptoms of this often do not appear for 2 days to 2 weeks after eating the contaminated food or drinking contaminated water. Because it is a parasitic infection, recovery can also take longer. Health experts recommend buying whole heads of lettuce instead of pre-washed bagged lettuce or pre-packaged salad kits when possible. They also advise removing and discarding the outer layer or 3 leaves, washing the remaining leaves thoroughly, and cooking produce when appropriate. And another spot, this is from The Guardian, where this might be related to what I just read, saying Michigan health officials identify potential source of the parasite outbreak. And it's pointing to salad greens and lettuce as the most likely. So still nothing exactly official, but that's where they're leaning at the moment. But basically, fruits, veggies that are fresh, don't do it, or just make sure you cook them. That basically is it.
Yeah.
And I'd say avoid the areas that seem to be, rampant with the explosive diarrhea strain. But my wife and I are not following that one. We're just following the damn thing around, apparently.
Well, I eat a lot of bagged salad. So if there's a good chance I could get it.
Well, Trey, I mean, if we're being real with one another, and so far on this episode of the Treehouse Show, we seem to be there and we seem to be in that place. So I'm going to stay in it with you. I mean, you're only tossing your own salad at this point, so I think you're okay.
You should be ashamed.
I am, because I've actually got a visual in my head, and it's
okay,
really
that's
gross.
On you.
I mean, in my head, you look as good as humanly possible. But I mean, it's bad. This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by Cook DFW Roofing and Restoration. To get your free roof inspection and property review, that's where they go around the outside of the property, inside as well, if you want them to. Take a look at any issues you think you may have, or they'll point out some things that you might have, and the fixes they recommend, for you. And if there's no issues, they'll tell you that as well, which in that case, congratulations, you got a kick-ass house. And they do that for free. So call them today. Get that scheduled. 833-COOK-DFW. 833-COOK-DFW, or the website, cookdfw.com. For the best day is. Back inside the Treehouse, I'm Dan, along with Trey. It is Wednesday, July 15th, 2026. Let's celebrate today with some birthdays. Academy Award-winning actor Forrest Whitaker is 65 today. Forrest Whitaker is 65. So many roles. And the one that he won his Academy Award for was one of the ones I have not seen, where he was the star of The Last King of Scotland. I know nothing about that movie whatsoever. The only thing I know about it is that Forrest Whitaker won an Oscar for it. That is it. I've never seen it, and I don't even know what it's about.
Is he portraying Idi Amin on that one?
You're going to have to tell me on that. He's also known for roles in The Butler and as rebel spy in Rogue One. Saul Guerrera. That's his name. As the rebel spy Saul Guerrera in Rogue One, and a couple of those other random kind of Star Wars projects where he played that character. Also, one of his first roles, I don't know if it was his actual first role, but one of his first roles was quite memorable for those that are in our age group, and that is as football player Charles Jefferson in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where it's one of the great stunts and plots of high school movie history, where they steal his car and made it seem like their rival school stole his car. So he went unhinged in that football game and destroyed everyone from the other school. Fast Times.
I don't remember him in Fast Times.
He's the football player. They stole his car and they wrecked it. And then they were like, oh my God, what are we going to do? He's going to kill us. And then they came up with the idea of, let's just make him think that the other school did it. And they did. And he believed it. And he just massacred the other team. It was great.
I think the first movie I really remember him in is Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was after. That was definitely after Fast Times. Yeah, Fast Times is 1982.
And I think Good Morning Vietnam was probably 87, 88, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think so. Somewhere in that range. Also a great movie. Oh. Yeah. Other birthdays today. She played Helen of Troy. She was also in Inglourious Bastards and the National Treasure movies. Former model turned actress Diane Kruger turns 50. Brian Austin Green, best known as David Silver on Beverly Hills 90210, is 53 today.
No, he's best known as he nailed Megan Fox.
And good, apparently. Yeah. Like really good. I mean, that's his greatest accomplishment, right? I mean,
yes.
There's no doubt.
Yes.
I mean, like you made television shows and you've probably made a couple of movies, but making it with her is the ultimate, right?
I mean, to me, he was always kind of a. I mean, it never felt like he was really a main character in 90210. He was on the periphery, but he got Megan Fox. I mean, hey, hats off to you. You win.
Respect, absolutely. I mean, look, he was not the star at that time that Jason Priestley was, or Luke.
Oh my God.
Luke, not Lou Diamond Phillips. Luke
Perry.
Perry, thank you. God, we're old. Luke Perry. He was not as big of a star as Jason Priestley or Luke Perry or even Ian Ziering.
Yeah, I mean,
he was the fourth dude down, and some might even argue fifth. He might be beneath the guy from who owned the Peach Pit.
Yeah, because it's not so. Megan Fox goes in that Angelina Jolie class for me of just hot, but they're like a little crazy, something a little exotic. I don't know, but when Brad Pitt got Angelina Jolie, that's not a shocker.
The only thing shocking about Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie is that he left Jennifer Aniston to be with Angelina Jolie. Some guys are like, dude, what are you doing? Other guys are like, nah, I get it.
Yeah, I totally get that.
While keeping in mind, we can't relate to that whatsoever.
No.
Like, can you imagine? Like, go back to the 90s. Go back to the 90s when this happened. Brad Pitt is with Jennifer Aniston, which for the 90s was one of the top girls that guys of the 90s lusted after, right? And then, like, most normal guys can't comprehend that. But obviously, most guys are not Brad Pitt. And so he was with her. Then he was like, oh, I'm doing this movie with Angelina Jolie, and I'm kind of feeling a certain way. And so then he did the unthinkable. He traded in Jennifer Aniston. And somehow, to some people, traded up. Others might argue that, but that depends on
the most shocking thing is how much his kids hate him.
Like bad.
I mean,
bad. Like they're changing their name, like no more Pitt in their name type stuff as soon as they all turn 18.
Yeah,
apparently he was a horrible drunk and there's some abuse allegations and things. So I get it.
You would, I mean, I at a certain point, I mean, as a recovering alcoholic, you would hope he's quit and then, tried to make amends, but it does not seem as though he has.
Or maybe he has, and they are just like, nope.
Yeah, I mean, but it is shocking. It is shocking that Angelina Jolie seems to be the good parent.
Right.
That's not something I would have bet on.
Ever. Like this is the woman that, it's like, oh, Mom, you're so great. Yeah, I know you shared a vial of blood with Billy Bob Thornton, but still, you're so much better than Dad. It's a very odd thing. Anyway, other birthdays today, in addition to those. So happy birthday, Brian Austin Green. Congratulations. Guitar legend Joe Satriani is 70. Linda Ronstadt, Grammy-winning legend, is 80. I did not know this. I want to thank my prep service on this one. Grammy-winning legend whose career spanned rock, country, pop, and mariachi music. Look, when I worked at KVIL back in the day, we played a lot of Linda Ronstadt. I do not recall ever playing Linda Ronstadt mariachi tunes.
No, I mean, pop was, I forgot, they sampled one of her songs and it became a pop hit, I believe. But mariachi, no, that's new.
Yep, I'm going to have to do some Shazamming later.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura. You talk about a well-lived life. Jesse Ventura is 75. He is a WWE Hall of Famer. He is an actor. He is the former governor of Minnesota, and he was a Navy freaking SEAL.
And he is 70.
and an absolute nut job. He is 75 years old today, and I'm assuming he still ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah.
There are some random hills I will die on, and one of them is this. Predator, the original Predator, is one of the best pure action films of all time. It's got all testosterone, very little story, and it's a damn near perfect film. And it spurned on so many more films after it. But I mean, you're talking about some of the greatest names and bodies in action movie history. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, who's carrying around in a jungle a freaking Gatling gun that should be on the end of an A-10 Thunderbolt, and he's just, it's his sidearm in the middle of a jungle.
Carl Weathers.
Oh God, I always forget the guy's name who played the Native American guy Billy in that one, where he like opens up his chest on the bridge and is like calling the Predator in. That dude is, well, I mean, some serious star action power in that movie.
You're not wrong.
It was exciting. It was fun. It was scary. It was gory. God, that movie's good.
But speaking of 80s movies,
it's full of 80s hip fire action.
Oh, it is. It is. It is a quintessential 80s action movie. There's no denying that. Yeah. So I saw this list the other day, and someone talked about underrated 80s movies, and I want to say you have said the same thing. Have you said that Better Off Dead is also an underrated, just like great 80s movie?
Yes.
I think that needs to be put up on the list for Treehouse reviews, because I know I've seen it. I don't remember it.
Better Off Dead, starring John Cusack, is a phenomenal 80s movie. The worst thing that happened to John Cusack and the movie Better Off Dead was how good Say Anything was, which he also starred in. There's also another one that's also near and dear to my heart. That's a John Cusack 80s flick. And it just so happens to be, if I remember this correctly, Demi Moore's first movie, One Crazy Summer.
Yep.
But yeah, John Cusack, Better Off Dead. One of my favorite references from that movie is the newspaper kid trying to collect his $2 from John Cusack through the entire film. Just out of nowhere, the kid on the bike is just tormenting him. I want my $2.
The Sure Thing also was another good John Cusack 80s.
That one's not ringing a bell. I have to look that one back up. Yeah, I mean, he had a hell of a streak in the 80s. But yeah, Better Off Dead.
Even in the 90s, he was.
Mm-hmm.
One of his underrated movies to me is Grosse Pointe Blank.
It's phenomenal. He is so good in that, and so is Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, I love. One of my favorite things about John Cusack is he has a very dry delivery on a lot of his lines, and Grosse Pointe Blank, that is the perfect movie for him.
And it's also another one of those films that he's in with his sister Joan Cusack. She plays like his assistant / secretary kind of a thing. I'm trying to do this on the fly. There's another one of my random John Cusack movies that I absolutely love, and I don't know if you've seen it. It came out in 2000. It's called High Fidelity.
Oh, yeah.
I love High Fidelity.
Great movie.
So good.
Also, you want to get into around that same time, America's Sweethearts was also.
Yeah. With Julia Roberts, Catherine Zeta-Jones. Mm-hmm. That was a great one. So, how the hell did we get off on that? Jesse Ventura, 75. So we started with Jesse Ventura celebrating his 75th birthday, and we ended up with John Cusack and Better Off Dead.
What was the movie where he was an air traffic controller? I think it was Billy Bob Thornton.
It was Pushing 10.
Pushing 10, yeah.
How the do I remember that? I think I've only seen that movie once, and I think Angelina Jolie was also in that. That might have been where she and Billy Bob met.
Yeah.
What is wrong with my brain?
I don't know. I mean, we went from Jesse Ventura to a John Cusack filmography.
This show's really messed up, man.
And that's why we do birthdays.
All right. This segment of the Treehouse is brought to you by our Patreon. Yes, yes, yes. Like a lot of other shows, we also have a paid side. If you're enjoying the free version, we thank you very much. If you would like a little bit more Treehouse in your life, just throw a few bucks our way. Patreon.com/treehouseonair. Patreon.com/treehouseonair. 3 levels to choose from to get more Treehouse, Treehouse Plus, Super Plus, and Ultimate Treehouse. So if you would like subscriber-only content, bonus stuff, video, all right there, patreon.com/treehouseonair. Back inside the Treehouse, Dan and Trey with you. There's a few things about this story that make me giggle. One of the first is when I saw the guy's mugshot, I thought, why does he look familiar? And then I realized, oh, wait. When we first heard about this story, we reported on it. Now there's somewhat of a conclusion to the story. A Florida man has been found guilty of having sex with a vacuum cleaner. We first talked about this when he was initially arrested. So we now get to put a bow on this lovely Florida romance. A Florida man was found guilty a couple of days ago of having sex with a vacuum cleaner outside of a home in a gated resort community near Disney World. That is a phenomenal lead of a news story. Almost every word of that sentence gets more unexpected as it goes. A Florida man was found guilty a couple of days ago of having sex with a vacuum cleaner outside of a home in a gated resort community near Disney World. Chef's kiss, Florida.
Everything except the Florida part is unexpected. I mean,
yeah, but they put that right at the beginning where it should be. Be like, yeah, duh. Okay. Kevin Westerhold, 51, entered a no contest plea. It's like, I'm not even fighting this. Kevin Westerhold, 51, entered a no contest plea to indecent exposure in connection with the incident earlier this year at the Windsor Hills Resort in Kissimmee, Florida. Following plea negotiations with prosecutors, he was sentenced to 12 months of probation and fined $271, and he also has to undergo a psychosexual evaluation within the next month. He was originally charged with a felony, but that count was subsequently reduced in exchange for the plea agreement. His lawyer reported that his client recently completed inpatient treatment, though that care was not further described. How many facilities do you need to call before you find one that may specialize in sex with inanimate objects?
In Florida?
Oh, that's a good point. That could be like Primacare in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's probably in each at least major city, there's at least one of, I screwed weird things.
Florida Man Regional.
Yeah.
A detective provided this play-by-play of the incident. Are you ready? All right. So according to police reports, a witness provided investigators with photos and videos showing him pleasuring himself with a vacuum in broad daylight. Another witness spotted Westerhold, who was naked from the waist down, consorting with the appliance outside of a 4-bedroom property owned by a female relative. So he's staying at a relative's place, and he's going around screwing things within the property. A detective provided additional play-by-play. He continued to penetrate the handheld section of the vacuum before using it to suction his testicles for further sexual gratification. The police officer added that 2 witnesses advised that the subject was obviously committing these acts for his sexual pleasure, as he visibly reacted to the stimulus as if he was becoming more engaged in the sexual acts, i.e., he started humping faster.
Think he screamed Eureka?
How long you been sitting on that
one? Since he sent you the story.
You saved it for just the right moment. Good job, buddy. I believe that'll do it for us today inside the Treehouse. Thank you very much for being here. If you like what you heard, or if you loved it really, really good, like Florida Man loves vacuum cleaners, share it with a friend today. From your favorite listening platform, hit that share button, send it to a friend, family member, coworker, boss, probably not the HR department, or even share it on social media. And together we can grow the Treehouse Show. See you next time right here inside the Treehouse.
As long as it wasn't a shark.
Cue the bite sound effect. We'll see you tomorrow.